Hello dear students, welcome to the YouTube channel of Konark Classes. Today we are going to discuss the formula derivation for permutations. Okay. Okay. In permutations, as we have learned earlier, is that if there are n objects and from these n objects we are going to take r objects. Okay. So what are those? The first one is that n objects now from that n objects we are taking r objects. Okay. Obviously 0 less than r less than equal to n. Okay, r has to be greater than 0, it can be at least 1 and it can be up to n. Now there are three possible cases, three possible scenarios as long as the permutation is concerned. What is the first one? The first one is that n objects are distinct. N objects are distinct. Okay, and r objects are taken for arrangements. Okay, now in this case there are two scenarios possible. First one is that the repetition allowed or repetition not allowed. If we allow the if the repetition is not allowed, repetition not allowed. Okay, this is one case, and the second one is that repetition allowed. Okay, and the second one, so by the way, in the first scenario there are two sub scenarios. Okay, one is that repetition not allowed and the second one is that repetition allowed. In the second case is that n objects, okay, not all are distinct. Not all are distinct. Okay, and we are making an arrangement by taking all these n objects and we will find that what are the possible number of arrangements. Okay, so n objects not all are distinct, and to find the number of arrangements. In this particular case, we need to know that okay, if n objects are not all distinct, then how they are actually similar and what are the what kind of objects are there which are can be categorized into one group. That will come to the after some time. Now let's look into the first case, that n objects are distinct and r objects are taken for arrangements. If repetition is not allowed, then the number of possible arrangement is that NPR, that is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, for example, let us take a word called rose, R-O-S-E. Now if we see that in this word rose, all the different letters are different. Now what are the possible number of arrangements? Okay, the number of possible number of arrangements in this case, what we see, n equal to 4 and r is also equal to 4. So possible number of arrangements are factorial 4 divided by factorial 4 minus 4 factorial, that is equal to 4 factorial divided by 0 factorial, and that is equal to 4 factorial, because we know 0 factorial is equal to 1. Now let us take another example. Now let's take the example of a word called number, N-U-M-B-E-R. Now from this word number, how many letters are there? There are 6 letters and all the letters are distinct. Now from these letters, if we need to take 3 at a time and make the possible number of arrangements, so what we can do? In this case, we get N equal to 6 and R equal to 3. So the possible number of arrangements are factorial 6 divided by factorial 6 minus 3. That is equal to factorial 6 divided by factorial 3. That is equal to 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 3 factorial. That is equal to 6 into 5 into 4. That is equal to, what we get is that 120. If you recall, in one of our previous sessions we have discussed this kind of problem, that rows and number, and on those time, okay, we didn't use the formula, but we get the same result. So here we use the formula and get this one. Now let's come to the second case of the first scenario, that when from N objects are distinct and R objects are taken for arrangement but repetition allowed. Let us take the example of so in this case the possible number of arrangements are N power R. Okay, let's take an example. So suppose we take that example of rows. Okay. So suppose from the letters of the word rows, okay, we need to make different words with or without meaning, and repetition is allowed. Then what is the value of N here? The value of N is 4 and the value of R is also 4. So the possible number of arrangements are 4 to the power 4. Okay. Now let's look into the another example, that is number, N-U-M-B-E-R. Okay. In that word number there are 6 letters. Now we are going to take 3 letters at a time and make arrangements and repetition allowed. So then what we get? The value of N is equal to 6 and value of R is equal to 3. So what is the possible number of arrangements? That is 6 to the power 3. Correct. Now there is a very easy way to remember this kind of arrangements. Okay. Let me give you an example. Suppose your parent gave you 7 envelopes and told you that when you are going from home to school, you can drop those envelopes into the letter boxes. How many letter boxes are there? Suppose you find that from your home to the school there are 5 letter boxes. Okay, so let me write it here. Okay. So I can write it here. So suppose that 5 letter boxes and how many letters? 7 letters. Let me repeat once more, that your parent gave you 7 letters in envelope actually and told you please drop those envelope into the letter boxes on the way to your school. And you see that there are 5 letter boxes. So in how many ways, the question is that in how many ways you can deposit that envelope into the letter boxes. So there are you can do one thing. Suppose in one letter box you can keep all the 7 letters, okay, or in first letter box you can keep 3 letters, in the second one you can keep the rest. In that way, how many possible number of arrangements possible? Okay, so how to do this thing? So this is the way what we can do. If you see that how a letter box looks like, so letter box looks like something like this, correct, no? So if you see, the letterbox looks like this, and here is a channel that where you can place that letter. And how the letters is, that letter is something like this. So when you put that letter into the letterbox, you put like this, right? So how many letter boxes? There are 5 letter boxes. And how many letters? There are 7 letters. So there are 5 to the power 7 ways you can keep those letters, that is envelopes, into the letter boxes. Let me give you another example. Suppose there are 5 fingers, okay? 5 fingers, that's these 5 fingers, and there are 4 rings, okay? 4 rings, that Ongotia. In how many ways that 4 rings can be kept into the 5 fingers? What are the different ways? Similar one, how a finger looks like? Finger looks like something like this, okay? And a ring looks like something like this, okay? So when you put a ring into a finger, you put something like this, no? That means that finger is in the bottom and ring is in the top. So how many fingers? There are 5 fingers. And how many rings? There are 4 rings. So 5 to the power 4 is the possible number of ways that where you can keep the 4 rings into the 5 fingers. Okay, just to an easy way of remembering thing. So we discussed 2 things. So let me revise quickly. If n objects are distinct and r objects are taken for arrangements, and if repetition not allowed, the possible number of arrangements are npr, that is equal to factorial n by factorial n minus r. Okay, and if n objects not all are distinct, and to find the number of arrangements, then the sorry not this one, that n objects are distinct and r objects are taken for arrangements and repetition allowed, then the possible number of arrangements is n power r. Fine. Now let us look into the second case, where n objects not all are distinct. What is this? Let us understand by means of an example. Okay. So let me rub it off, and so that we can discuss in details. Okay. So n objects not all are distinct. So that means out of these n objects, out of n objects, okay, there are p1 objects are of first kind, okay, p2 objects are of second kind, okay, p3 objects are of third kind, and in the similar manner, if we proceed, then we get pk objects are of kth kind. Okay. And apart from that, if we have any other objects left, then it all are distinct. Now what we are going to discuss is that what are the possible number of ways that we can make that arrangement possible. Let me give you an example so that it will be helpful to understand. So let us take a word called let me take on word is it's called institution. Okay, institution. If you notice the different letters of this word institution, that I, that has come 2 times, right? That I has come 2 times. I has come 3 times. Here 1, and here 1. That means we can say that 3 objects are of one kind, that is the I kind, we can say. And then we get that T and T. Okay, so that is also 3. That means there are 3 objects of second kind. That means these are of the type of these are of the kind of T, means all are T. Okay, then we get another word, that is another letter, that is N. Okay, N, there are 2. That means there are 2 objects are of third kind, which is N kind, you can say, because there are 2 N's. And total how many words are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Out of this 11, then we get there are 3, 3, 6 to 8. Then there are 3, they are distinct. S is only 1, U is only 1, and O is only 1. Rest all are distinct. Okay. Then what are the possible number of arrangement? That's what we are going to discuss here. Okay, for this the relevant formula is, out of n objects, if P1 objects are of first kind, P2 objects are of second kind, P3 objects are of third kind, Pk objects are of kth kind, and if there are other objects left, they are all distinct. That means they only appeared one time, like this. Institution, you see there are 3 objects are of I, means there are 3 I's. 3 objects are of T, that means there are 3 T's, and then there are 2 objects of N, that means there are 2 N's, and rest all are distinct. What are the distinct thing is that we get S, that comes only 1, then we get U, that is also 1, and then O, that is also 1. So what are the possible number of arrangements we can make? And in this case the answer is that 11 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 3 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay. Now if I generalize this thing, in this case, so this we are discussing this part. Okay. So if we generalize this thing, what is the formula? The formula is that, let me write the formula in the black color. The formula is that n factorial divided by P1 factorial into P2 factorial into P3 factorial, in that way up to Pk factorial. So these are the possible number of ways in which we can arrange that n objects when they are not all distinct. Okay. Now in the next session, what we will do, we will derive this, that how come that npr is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. Okay, and we see that how we can derive that n power r when the repetition allowed, and how come that it is n factorial by p1 factorial into p2 factorial into p3 factorial up to pk factorial when the objects, n objects, when they are not all distinct. With this note, let me conclude the session here. Please do let me know how you like it. Provide your statement in the comment section, and do let me know what type of videos you want me to prepare, and I will prepare accordingly. Thank you very much.